Hello, my dear learners. How are you? I hope you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. At first, I will give some advice to you, that is, always speak the truth and never tell a lie. And also, don't try to criticize oneself behind him. Okay? It will be remembered for you because it is important for every human. Okay, thank you, my dear learners. Today we will discuss about boys. It is most important for the students of class 8, 9 and 10. When you transformation of sentence, the topic at the question number 6, transformation of sentence. In this question, you can get the voice sense, and it is also important for the students of 8, 9 and 10. Okay, now we can start the today's topics, voice. My dear learners, at first I will say what is voice. Voice is a formation of verb where the subject act or works actively, or the work of object will come over on the subject. This is called voice. So, dear learners, now you can write what is voice. The voice is a formation of verb where the subject works actively, or the work of object will come over on the subject, such as I hate the lion. How can we change it? Here, the example of this topics, I hate the lion. So I can write the lion is hated by me. My dear learners, I think you are clear about the what is voice. You are not clear about the example. This is no need at this time. We will come to the point later. Okay? Now I will say what types of voice. There are two types of voice in English grammar. Okay? There are two types of voice. Number one is active voice, and number two is passive voice. Okay, this is according to actually textbook. There are two types of voice, active voice and another is passive voice. Also, we have found another voice, that is quasi-passive voice. Though it is not concluded in our kind or types, but it is also one kind of voice. Okay, my dear learners, Now I am going to write the definition of active voice. What is active voice? The voice in which the subject does the work actively is called active voice. Okay, such as they play football. This is an example of active voice here. So now we can say the voice in which the subject does the work actively is called active voice. Okay. Now we will write the what is passive voice. Okay. What is passive voice? Sorry. Okay, now I will write the passive voice. The voice in which the work of the object will come over on the subject is called passive voice. Such as we can say football is played by them. This is the passive voice of active voice, which one I give in active voice example. Okay. My dear learners, now you are clear about and advanced about the what is voice and what kinds of voice in English grammar. You know there are two types of voice. One is active voice and another is passive voice. In the meantime, I have written the definition of active voice and passive voice. Okay, my dear learners. Now we will go to a diagram. By this diagram, we will try to know the rules of voice sense. Okay. At first, I will write a sentence. I eat rice. Very simple sentence actually. Active. How can we will change it in passive? Okay. I write here a diagram. I write here a diagram. Okay. Dear learners, look at the board. Here the active verb. This is subject and this is verb and also this is object. So how can we change active voice into passive voice? The object of the active voice will be the subject of the passive voice. Now I can write here a rice. Okay. Now according to the subject, we have to write a auxiliary verb according to subject and its tense. Okay, as it is the present tense, present perfect tense. Now I can write here auxiliary verb is. I can write here the auxiliary verb is. Okay. The next word is this. The main verb of the active voice will be the first participle from in passive voice. Okay. Now I can write that it is the main verb of the active voice. Now I will write the first participle from of this verb. Okay. The first participle of this verb is eaten. Rice is eaten. That is finished. Now the rest of the sentence I will finish later. So here you can understand object of the active voice will be the subject, and here I done it, and the according to subject and tense I will write the I have written the verb auxiliary verb. Here is and the main verb of active voice will be the first participle from in passive voice. Now I write here the first participle from of main verb in active voice. Okay. Now I write according to the rules the preposition. As the subject is personal subject, so I have to write here by as preposition. Okay. Now I will write the object of the subject. That means the subject of the active voice will be the object of passive voice. Okay. Now I can write the objective from of I is me. My dear learners, I think you are well clear and well advanced about the diagram of the voice sense. Dear learners, I think if you follow my instruction, that time it will be clear to you to understand how to change a active voice into passive voice. Okay. Now I am going to the roots of active voice sense. Okay. The roots of voice sense, or the ground roots of voice sense. The golden rules of voice sense. Hello my dears. Number 1. In the meantime, I have told you that by a diagram I will show you how can we change a active voice into a passive voice. Now I will write the rules according to the diagram. Okay. The object of active voice will be the subject of passive voice. Class number 2. According to tense and person, the auxiliary verb will be said. Plus the main verb of the active voice will be first participle form in passive voice. Plus number 4, according to as preposition, we can write by, with, and, in, to. As preposition, to will be said. Okay, that means according to subject, we can write as a preposition by, with, and, in, to, etc. Okay. Now number 5. The subject of active voice will be the object of passive voice. My dear learners, I think you are clear about my golden rules of voice sense. Now we'll go to how can we use the auxiliary verb in voice sense. Okay. Now I am going to the next rules. My dear learners, look at the board. The uses of auxiliary verb in voice sense. Okay, at first I will write present indefinite tense. In present indefinite tense, we will write as auxiliary verb is, am, is, and are. Okay. In present continuous tense, we will write am being, is being, and are being. Okay, present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, we will write have been, has been. Okay. Now I am going to in past tense. Past indefinite. Past indefinite tense. In past indefinite tense, according to as a auxiliary verb, we can write was, were. Okay. Was, were. Past continuous tense, you have to write was being and were being. Okay, in past perfect tense, you have to write had been. Dear learners, you are clear about the present tense and past tense. Now I will write the future tense. Okay, and I will erase the present tense part here. Future indefinite tense. In future indefinite tense, as auxiliary verb, we can write shall be, and will be. Okay, future continuous tense. Future continuous tense, we can write shall be being and will be being. And finally, in future perfect tense, we can write shall have been and will have been. My dear learners, in the meantime, I have written the uses of auxiliary verb in voice tense, and I have also completed it now. Now we will go an example to understand the whole voice tense for today. Okay, I will erase this. Okay, my dear learners, look at the board and follow me what I will do. I can write here assertive sentence. That means the voice tense of assertive sentence. Today I will give only one or two examples, and next time I will also discuss about the assertive sentence elaborately. Okay. Number 1, I shall do the work. Number 2, they will have finished the job by this time. So my dear learners, how can we change the sentence active into passive? Now we'll go to the change the sentence. Okay. Look at the board. I shall do the work. This is active voice. Actually, you have to turn it into passive voice. So what is the object of this sentence? Here the work is the object of this sentence. Now according to the rules and the golden rules of voice tense, the object of the active voice will be the subject of passive voice. Now I can write here the work. Okay. As it is future indefinite tense, according to the subject and verb, I can write here as auxiliary verb will be. Okay. Now I can write, the third rules is that the main verb of active voice will be the first participle form in passive voice. So the main verb is do. Here the first participle form of do is done. So I can write here done. The work will be done according to as preposition. I can write here by, as the subject is personal subject. So I can write here the by. The work will be done by. Now I have to write the object of this sentence as according to the rules number 5, golden rules of voice tense. According to the rules number 5, the subject of the active voice will be the object of passive voice. So now I can write the object of the passive voice. This is I. So the objective form of I is me. So I can write here the me. Now I can read the total sentence. The work will be done by me. Okay, my dear learners, I think you are well clear about the sentence and about the change of voice sense, change of voice here. Okay. Now I will go to the second example. Here they will have finished the job. Here the object of the sentence is the job. Okay. And by this time is the extra or extension or extra part of the sentence. Okay. Now I will write according to the rules the object of the sentence the job. Here the subject, the subject of the passive voice, the job. Okay. the job. So as it is future perfect tense, so according to tense and subject or person, we can write here the job will have been. This is actually the auxiliary verb of future perfect tense in passive voice. Okay. Now I have to write the main verb. Finished. The first particle form of main verb. So what is the first particle form of finished? Actually, the first particle form of finished is also finished. Okay. The job will have been finished. So this is also the first particle form of the verb. Okay. So the job will have been finished. Now I can write here according as preposition is by. So the job will have been finished by. The object of the day is them. We have clear the sentence the job will have been finished by them. And now I can write the extra part of this sentence by this time. Okay, my dear learners, I think you are clear about the voice tense, and today we will go to until assertive sentence, and I have given already two examples of this sentence, and I think you are clear about the sentences. And as you are already read the golden rules of voice tense and diagram of voice tense, I think you are clear about how can we use the auxiliary verb in voice tense and how can we apply the golden rules of voice tense in assertive sentence. My dear learners, I think that's enough for the today. I will hope you will be eagerly practiced in your home and try to understand. And if you don't understand any words or any points, that time you can call me over phone. Thank you everybody. Thank you all. Okay, bye.